So I want to show you where you can perform the Airwalk Glitch. So it usually happens when the path is divided into two sections, one that goes downwards and one that goes straight. And if you go in between, in some of these you can get by. The game will think that you're on both paths, so it allows you to go out of bounds eventually. So you just need to find a place where you can do this, and you need to be able to get high enough from the ground so that you don't fall down. And the same goes in the desert here. It's kind of like you need to be one Atsuma model above the ground for it to work. And here we are kind of high up, so this is not ideal for if it were possible to go to another screen or go through doors, because you need to be able to push the doors. So this is not really useful for anything, but this is the best showcase for what we can do if we manage to go out of bounds in other screens. So I'm gonna show you how we could manipulate so we can get lower on the ground, so we would be more in line with doors, so we could interact with doors. The best is to find screens where you have automatic transitions, because then you don't have to actually open the doors at all. It would just automatically take you to the next screen. Unfortunately, the next area doesn't load when you go out of bounds. So I'm going to show you how to get out of bounds. So you need to find some edge where the collision detection is disabled so that you can go through walls. I know that the mountains in the back there doesn't have any collision, so it will allow me to go straight through it, because normally you should not even be able to get to that area. So it's kind of funny that these mountains doesn't have anything, you can just walk past them. And then this would allow us to get anywhere on this map. And if it were possible to open doors, then we could do so. But unfortunately this glitch doesn't really help us in any way, as far as I can tell. Because you need to still interact with the door, and that we could already do from the ground. So you will see I'm gonna go to the back side of the door. Ideally this would have loaded the next screen, but it doesn't work like that, because we have to interact with the door in order to be able to make the game load the next screen. So right now it has only loaded the time of the town of Junk City. So we are in the desert according to normal gameplay, but it won't load the area unless we go there natively. So unfortunately this glitch is pretty much useless, but if we can make this happen on other screens, then I'm sure that we can accomplish very good things. So yeah, you see I couldn't get the next screen to load in any way. And if you want to get back on the ground, you just need to find something that is like one Atsuma model in height or less. So these guards are normally blocking the path early on when you get here the first time when Oka detonates the bridge. These guards will not allow you to pass, but this is the path to the Junk City, so we could get to Junk City early in case we would be able to find a way to glitch through. And luckily it doesn't matter what height we will end up with for this glitch. So if you can just find anywhere we can go out of bounds in this map, then we would be able to save 2 hours to 2.5 hours. And I will show you this will lead to the Junk City path, and it's an automatic screen transfer, which is exactly what we need. So I'm gonna show you like some potential places where it could possibly work. So we need to find an exploit where the game doesn't work properly for when the path is going in 2 directions. And if we happen to get far up in the air, then we would be able to do the airwalk like we did in the other places before. I just don't know where or if it's possible on this huge map, but we have plenty of area to explore, and the glitch is very finicky. You actually need to find a perfect spot for it to work. It's not as easy as it seems once you have figured out the place where you can do that. Then yeah, sure, it's gonna be easy, but with all this terrain unexplored, it will take quite a while before we know for certain if it's possible or not. So a lot of time will be spent on just hoping that it will work, but the reward would be 2 or 2.5 hours time save if we were able to pull this off. Maybe even more time save, because we wouldn't even need the casino coins early, because we are not going to fight Ku or anyone else that is high level at this point in the game. So I'm just showcasing where I potentially think that there could be some type of glitches. I haven't tested specifically on this map. This is basically the second time I'm running around here. So there seems to be plenty of possibilities that somewhere there must be some kind of mistake that the developers made, because I were able to discover some of the other ones pretty easily while just running. So I'm just showcasing where I think it might be possible, especially on staircases. That's like the golden opportunities, but I'm not sure this staircase has the possibility to make that happen. And here we can see that there is an invisible barrier, and this is also one screen where we would be able to save 2 hours if we were able to get out of bounds on this map. So this is also a gigantic map, so the odds that we might be able to glitch through is not high, but it's higher than on other maps. And this one also has the automatic transition, so if we were able to just get out of bounds, then this would be a guaranteed victory for us. We can get by loading the Sage's Tower section after the Junk City, which is going to save us approximately 2 hours. So I'm thinking that the bridge might put Tatsuma in a awkward spot where he tries to go to the bridge and the mainland, so the game won't know what to do. So maybe we could be straight up floating in midair, but so far I haven't been able to find any spot, and it's a huge map with a lot of potential. Usually I'm trying to look for like hidden invisible barriers. That seems to be, to me, that there could be something to those invisible barriers that could help us get through. So this is the junk that is in the way for us to proceed with the game, but this one will be removed later on. But for now, unless we find a skip, we can get through here and save 2 hours on the speedrun, which would be amazing if we were able to pull this off. So I hope you can hunt it down and help me.